Earlier on this year in February, we went to India for 2 weeks. 1 week was for Rada Sahib to record short documentaries, and the other week was with Khalsa Aid to help in the school in Patiala. Next door to the school in Patiala was actually an old people's home.
We strolled into the old people's home, which is next door, and we were quite, I wouldn't say like overly shocked, but we were surprised to see how the whole thing was run, how it was all put together. I mean, being from England, being from UK, it touched us a little bit more because growing up here, we're taught in a Sikh culture in the UK, we're taught we have to respect our elders, make sure our elders are with us. But being in India, you would never ever think that, you know, your elders would be chucked out on the street.
While we were out there, we did breakfast for the elderly one morning. We did aloo wale parathe, jar, dahi, achar, and it was overwhelming actually to see the response we got from them. It was like, it's like they've been loved. It's like somebody actually cares about them, and somebody's made the effort to spend time with them, to talk to them, to, you know, even look after them, serve them food. We're just here this morning to give breakfast to the old age home next door to the school. So we just bought aloo wale parathe and yogurt. So we're just about to serve it to them.
Majority of the people who were in the old people's home were being thrown out by their children, for example, or being thrown out by local people in their village fighting for land, you know. And these are people who are very well to do, or had a lot of land, or had a good business, and over the years they've got old, and their kids, their relatives don't want to look after them, so they've thrown them out and they've got nowhere to go.
It was an overwhelming experience, but at the same time a sad experience, because it just seems like they've been forgotten. They've just been left aside, you know, to be put into this home without any sort of visitors, anybody to talk to, anybody to interact with. So yeah, it was a bit of an eye-opener.
We went out to a local stall who's very famous for parathe in Patiala, and we actually bought in, I think it was 100 parathe or 50, but I can't remember exactly how many parathe. We bought them in with yogurt and we took them to the old people's home, and for them it was just like, you know, a kid who gets chocolate weekly, the excitement that they had, and in some cases it was a bit shocking for them as well, for someone outside who has come here especially for them, to give them a breakfast. It was just a simple breakfast. So
again, I suppose when you know, regardless what background you're from, you're still a human being. So in terms of Sikh, Muslim, Hindu, it doesn't matter. You know, they're old and they need help.
You could say we came across it, you know, just by chance, the old people's home, and we walked in, and me and Tej automatically felt like we were being pulled towards it, and we also felt like that, you know, we have to do something, you know, something about it to make it a better situation.
The main thing was the couple upstairs. They lived above everybody in this room, and literally we spoke to them. You know, just general chit chat. You know, where are you from? Why are you here? Have you got any children? And literally they had nothing to say. They had no house. You know, people took their land away from them falsely. They had no children, so they had nobody to look after them. Literally, all the money was taken from them, left with nothing. And it was sad because it was just an elderly couple. So both of them relied on each other. Without one, there wouldn't be the other. and they were just lying there. Even going to the bathroom or whatnot, it was all in this one room, as in they were that fragile. So yeah, that was the eye opener. I still remember that quite clearly.
I'm sure Tej has had the same thing that I'm going to say, was that even today when I wake up in the morning and I brush my teeth, the two people I think about is the old couple that we saw on the top floor. I mean, to explain to you, when the caretaker told us, this is what the situation is, until we saw it with our own eyes, it was pretty unrealistic, like something you would see in a film.
When you get old, you just need people around you, you need people to talk to, you need love. That's as any other human being would need that as well, but it's just sad that they don't have that. And I'm pretty sure there's people in this country that don't have that either, but it just hit home harder because they would be like my mum and dad or my grandparents, which makes it a bit more personal. When we first walked in, the caretaker took us for a tour just to see the room, see the living conditions. The couples had their own room, and the single people were just grouped up as in men's, females. The building had 2 floors. When we visited some of the rooms, it was just the bare necessities, to be honest.
सवेरे बजे उठते 6 बजे 5:30 बजे अपना नहाते धोते गुरुद्वारे जाते हैं।
ठीक है जी।
ठीक है।
गुरुद्वारा साहब प्रकाश है ना उरे अंदर?
हाँ जी।
अच्छा जी।
6 बजे तक चाह मिल जाती उन्होंने।
अच्छा।
उस तो बाद 8 बजे नाश्ता मिल जाता है इन्होंने, नाश्ते के नाल ही चाह मिल जाती है।
ठीक है।
हाँ जी।
उस तो बाद
फिर 1 बजे फिर रोटी है।
अच्छा।
हाँ जी।
तो फिर विच अपने अपने कमरे च बैठे रहते बाकी सारे?
कमरे च बैठते हैं, बाकी भी पाठ करते हैं, अपना सैर भी करते हैं, एक दूसरे ਨਾਲ अपना गलबात करते रहते, दुख सुख सैर करते रहते हैं अपना।
ठीक है, ठीक है।
हाँ जी।
Moving forward with the project, I really feel that we need to do something to keep helping them, provide them the basics.
We sit here in the UK, we moan about the smallest things. The air conditioning doesn't work in our house, or we haven't got a car because it's too hot. These people have to fend 40 degrees temperatures in the summer and 5 to 10 degrees in the winter without heating, without air conditioning, without fans, broken coolers, water filters that don't work. There's so much improvements that need to be done that for us in the UK it costs us pennies.
We would even look into general maintenance of the entire building, the paintwork, the damp, the windows, and the key thing, which is the most important part, is staffing. They will definitely need more staff, even if it's another 2 members. There's 2 during the day and another 2 during the night would be required, just to help out a lot more. It's not easy looking after old people.
It's not about giving them money in the hand and say to them, here's £5, 100 rupees, 500 rupees. If we can go there and make a difference just over £25 worth of Bronte for us, and we can make 30 people happy, just imagine if we used a little bit more effort and put something towards these guys, went there, improved their facilities, their eating situation, and just a simple thing like feeding people, feeding them, and time, and talking to them will make a massive difference. So when we landed at Heathrow in February, when we go back, we actually decided that this is going to be a yearly thing. What we're trying to aim for is, we're not here to create another big charity. What we want to do is go forward, working with the charities that we're working with already, improve them, help them. We're not creating another society. We're going to go out there again next year. We want to improve their situation. If we can go out earlier, we will. But it's about, you know, it's a community support. There's only so much two people can do. We need people to come out there with us. We need people to financially help us, so we can go out there and make those improvements, put those water filters in, give them fans, give them good clean food, and give them the love that they deserve.